Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at the expanded basic equation. It's still the same topic, intermediate accounting, accounting information system. Okay, so as we previously learned about the basic equation, which is assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity, now we're going to take a look at the asset equal liabilities plus common stock plus retained earnings minus dividends plus revenues minus expenses. Okay, if we look again on this equation, there is a debit and credit rules here. This is important for all of you to memorize it all. Before we move to the long detailed financial statement, it's necessary for us to understand this basic knowledge in accounting. Some of you were probably not studying accountancy in high school, and then you decided to just take accounting major in college. So I'm here to help you, okay? So do not worry about that. Let's move on to the examples. Okay, let's see here. The basic equation. The first case is owners invest 40,000 US dollar in exchange for common stock. There's an increase in assets and there's also an increase in equity. And I put the journal here as assets, or probably the company will input the account as cash in bank. I put element of assets here, which is cash in bank, or cash in maybe the name of the bank. Cash is part of liquid assets, meaning that you can easily get the real money or the cash in your hands immediately. Cash in bank account is one of the example that I have here based on my practical experience. Every company has a different name for their accounts. So you can see it here that the assets is increased for 40,000 US dollar, and the common stock is also increased in the credit side for 40,000 US dollar. Okay, as we see the expanded basic equation before, we can go back to the previous slide so that you can see that the equity will increase in the credit side. Okay, you can see the common stock here. The increase or the plus sign here is on the credit side. All right, let me give you a time, maybe 3 seconds, to look at the expanded basic equation one more time. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So this is the journal that you will put in a system, in an accounting system. Okay, so let's take a look at the second case. Disperse 600 US dollar cash for secretarial wages. So as we can see here, there is a decrease in assets and there is an increase in expenses. Okay, the minus sign here for the expense means that the higher expense, the more it will affect the equity or dividends and the revenues, because the dividends or revenues will subtract the expense. Okay, we can look back again to the expanded basic equation. Okay, if you can see here, there is a dividends. So there is a revenue here and also expenses. All right, let's move on to the journal of the second case. So the journal will be salary expense or secretarial wages plus 600 in the debit side, and the assets, or we can say cash in bank or petty cash, as both of them are the elements of assets, the liquid assets. It is a decrease in the credit side. Okay, as we can see, if we go back again to the expanded basic equation, the expenses will increase in the debit side and it will decrease in the credit side. All right, this is the second case. I hope all of you can understand this correctly. If you have any question, then you can comment down below. Let me know what do you want me to explain more? Or you can just email me for a further explanation. We can do a Zoom, or we can do the discussion through Google Meet. All right? Okay, so let's move on to the third case. The third case is purchase office equipment price at $5,200 US, giving a 10% promissory note in exchange. As we can see here, the third case is about purchase office equipment. The assets will increase for $5,200 US, and the liabilities as well will increase for around $5,200 US. So I'm guessing the account name for the purchase office equipment will be the same as purchase office equipment, and it will be debited as $5,200 US. Also, it will be credited on the account note payables or the liabilities, as we can see that all the account payables will always increase in the credit side. Do not forget that all the account payables will always increase in the journal on the credit side. In this case, it will increase for around $5,200 US. Alright, when we talk about assets in a company, we have to keep in mind that there are many components of assets. There are many varieties of assets. We call it accounts. There are many names of accounts that a company stipulate in their accounting regulation. The same thing with liabilities and equities. These two big groups have their own specific accounts. They have their expanded classifications as well. Alright, this is a short lesson for today. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a jubilant day. May all of you gain more success in the future. See you again very soon. Thank you.